Just as a dog cannot be separated from the park in which she is encountered, so any work cannot be separated from the time, of course, in which it is received. The time and the place, the society, the environment, the landscape in which it is received. Almost and arguably more important than the time in which it was made. Welcome back, or welcome of course. Unlike almost all major telecom companies, we make no division between existing audiences and new members to the congregation. We're delighted, of course, that you're here. My name is Gareth Evans and I am the host of LRB Screen at Home, a new initiative thanks to the London Review Books and to the London Review Bookshop. Two parts of a major global operation bringing you ideas and culture on a constant basis across multiple platforms for over 40 years now. Many thanks to everyone involved for making it possible. We're on week 2 of this new endeavour here at LRB Screen at Home, but there has been a slight gap since week 1, not just the effortless flow of days from Sunday to Monday and onwards into the future. We've had encounters with Zoom platforms that are inherently unstable, and we are now moving in our delivery mode to live streaming on YouTube. More on that in a minute. There is an introduction at considerably greater length than this one, which is part of the losses, shall we say, the dropout that has happened as a result of this Zoom platform debacle. We are now in a different space and we are delivering different content. That introduction, of course, is now lost in the digital ether. It may never be recovered. We're delighted, however, to be bringing you this new introduction. I have changed clothing for those of you who are with us in part 1. I've changed clothing. Then there was a real problem with my acceptance that the outside world still existed. Now I've fully embraced that and I've moved into a summer garment mode. I've caught the sun a little bit, as I'm sure many of you have done across the world. Donovan, back in the 60s, of course, with his chart-topping hit Catch the Wind, exhorted us to try and seize hold of the very air itself. It is easier, arguably, to take the sun into one's own ownership than it is, of course, the great storm and gusts of the meteorology. But we are in a different place now, and we're not thinking about the outside world except as it is mediated to us by the moving image. Week 2 of LRB Screen at Home sees an extraordinary new film, The Whalebone Box, care of 2 filmmakers, creative talents, Andrew Kötting and Iain Sinclair. More on them in a minute. There's a lot piling up in this coming minute, and we will get to it very shortly. You might recall, if you've been with us for the duration, that the first film in the season was Here for Life, a London set film co-directed by Andrea Luca Zimmerman and Adrian Jackson and brought to us care of Art Angel. Andrea Luca Zimmerman was in conversation with us just last night on our new platform. She's German, she's lived in the UK for a long time, and Andrew Kötting is half German. There's an umlaut on the O of his surname. He's the only person I know who has an emoji built directly into his surname, and he is an established filmmaker with more than 30 years of work to his name across all lengths, all forms, as well as other artworks on the page, on the wall, performatively, and so on. He's an extraordinary filmmaker, and he has brought into his filmmaking practice directly his equally remarkable daughter, Eden Kötting, who is the centre of this extraordinary new film we're about to see in week 2 of the MUBI partnership. The MUBI partnership is a great gift to LRB Screen at Home. We're delighted that everyone at MUBI sees fit to support this initiative, and they are giving 30 days free membership to anyone who signs up to this LRB project to see The Whalebone Box, which is currently on MUBI along with a month's worth of other films. If you don't know MUBI, you are absolutely expected to find a huge treasure in store when you encounter this offer. A film comes on, a film goes off each day, each film stays for a month, and they range widely across new releases, art house classics, director retrospectives, festival hits, and so on. It's one of the great moving image platforms of our time, and I urge you to join up after the free 30-day membership which MUBI is kindly offering to all viewers of The Whalebone Box through the LRB Screen at Home initiative. The Whalebone Box is co-made with Andrew Kötting's ongoing creative collaborative partner, Iain Sinclair, who needs no introduction to LRB audiences either as a participant in the LRB shop event series on a regular basis over the years, and as a long-term contributor to the London Review of Books, particularly through his investigative diary pieces. He's one of the great chroniclers of our time and one of the great investigative reporters of our time, an aspect of his work that is often overlooked. In the Whalebone Box, he particularly explores the ongoing encounters he has with place. He's the great place writer of our time. I'm in a place now. Without place, it's very hard actually to deliver any culture, let alone a bookshop or a journal, a publication, or any kind of platform activity. We're in a place in East London, where I'm currently broadcasting from, and I'm joined occasionally on screen, as you will have no doubt realised now, by my creative co-presenter here, Ella. Ella is a mixed breed. She's a rescue dog, she's a Mastiff, she's a Canet Corso, she's a Staffordshire Terrier, and she is a Rottweiler. All those proportions are blended to create the mongrel hybrid wonder that she is. The mongrel hybrid nature of Andrew Kötting's work should also not be understated. He's an incredible gleaner of ideas, images, found footage, found sounds from across time and place, and he brings them together into a mélange, a kind of smorgasbord of cultural outpouring that is incredibly enabled by Iain Sinclair's writing and presence on screen. There's much more to say about their collaborative project together in this film and many others, which we will save for the conversation. We're now going to cut to the chase, and the chase is this. On Thursday, the day this newsletter is sent out, the film becomes available to view through the links in the newsletter. You can watch that link, you can watch the film, The Whalebone Box, for the duration of its time on the movie platform, but particularly before the following Wednesday at 7 o'clock, in this case, the first Wednesday of the coming week, Wednesday at 7 o'clock, when you will be able to encounter myself in conversation with Iain Sinclair and Andrew Kötting on the LRB's YouTube channel, live streamed with the ability to post questions to that platform directly. All the information, the instructions to engage with this wonderful undertaking will be in the newsletter and on the LRB shop website. I do hope that makes sense to you all, to you new ones, and those previously established in this undertaking. I've been delivering this to you without the aid, in fact, of the paper on this clipboard, but perhaps arguably the clipboard is more important. It suggests an authority I think that this presentation is wholly lacking, but might cover up the gaps in that presentation and give you a sense that this is an enterprise worth supporting, worth joining, and worth being part of. My collaborator, of course, in this broadcast has now left, and I think that will suggest that it's time for me also to leave. With that note, I would like to wish you a very good evening, to stay safe wherever you are, and to join me in whichever way you see fit in the coming days. Thank you for your attendance.